All right, I think we're good here. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Yep, I think we're good. Ugh. All right, got everything kind of set up, I think, kind of, sort of. Looks like we're doing okay. Everything's live. All the stats are good. All right. Yeah! Hey, wait. What's this I see? Abyss! Abyss, you raided me! Hello! Oh, but you went to bed. Alright, never mind. Let's see, what did you say here? Hey, Crush, just wanted to raid and wish you a great stream. I'm off to bed, but remember, you've only got so much energy. Bro, you are so right. You are absolutely right. I have been fucking exhausted all day. Yeah, I stayed up. Well, see, because I've been streaming later and staying up later, and that's kind of been bleeding into my work, and I'm getting tired. So, yeah, I got to fix my streaming schedule such that it is, and start streaming a little bit earlier so that I'm getting more stream time in, but going to bed at earlier time as well, because as it is, I'm staying up to like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'm only getting like 3, 4 hours of sleep before work, and yeah, I ended up falling asleep on my lunch today. It was not good. So, yeah, that's words to live by. You've only got so much energy, so make it count. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's not the only reason I'm tired, but it's definitely one of the reasons I've been tired lately. You know, that's how it works, you know, like you kind of get into the swing of things. Everything seems like it's going great. And then things happen. You get knocked on your feet. You come back and you're trying to make it all work again, but it's tiring. And, you know, there's like almost like a bridge point you got to like push yourself past through to kind of make things more normalized again. But yeah, you know, it's kind of how it goes. So I appreciate you popping in, and yeah, thanks for the raid, and I hope you get some good rest. But I am not going to spend too much time talking, you know, before the streaming stuff today. I would like to get more Ruin done, so I don't really want to like waste, you know, an hour talking and then only get like an hour into Ruin. But I did want to talk about a couple of things, because there has been some interesting things with Game Pass, and Xbox in general. Like this one from Kotaku, which I didn't even know they were still around. Microsoft has clarified the disappearance of a Call of Duty's point discounts for Game Pass subscribers. All DLC discounts have gone away and are instead earned back in Xbox reward points. Yeah, in effect, players can still get the 10% savings on COD points and Black Cell bundles, but it will only be available for subsequent purchases after they've accrued enough rewards to redeem a $5 Xbox gift card. The upfront DLC savings are the second discount that's eroded under the new version of what used to be considered the best deal in gaming. Microsoft is also capping the Xbox rewards fans can earn at lower tiers of the Game Pass subscription, as well as removing the option to spend those loyalty program points on additional months of Game Pass for a cheaper price. Yeah. They've slowly been shitifying rewards for a while now, but this is really the nail in the coffin for anyone who uses points to pay for Game Pass, wrote one user on the subreddit. You simply can't earn enough in a month to pay for a month after this change. This by design. Yeah, they just don't care. I don't really get what's going on with Xbox, the Xbox brand. But it's pretty clear that at this point, Microsoft is just intentionally trying to drive it into the ground, I think. They won't come right out and say they're going third party, so they're just crushing the brand itself. Yeah, because here's another rumor here. And, I mean, don't put too much stock into rumors, but generally with rumors where there's smoke, there's fire. And this one is, without going into too much detail, not long after the last round of layoffs, and then he adds, next one should be coming in Q1 26, by the way, and it's going to be just as massive as the last one. Some rumblings out of Xbox started coming out that were a little hard to believe. The ramifications of the COD Game Pass gambit not working out were just starting to get properly measured. But the thing that really stuck out to me was that suddenly really concrete plans for actual Microsoft hardware went from being definitive to up in the air, which was really startling, given that this thing was meant to be out relatively soon. It was one of those situations where, despite folks being told, hey, we want to pull the trigger on this in 2026, the steps you would need to take in the lead up to delivering a new console gen weren't being met. So to sum it up, the future of Xbox is software publishing with a significantly honed in focus on profitable IPs like COD, WoW, Minecraft, Candy Crush, Forza Horizon. Cloud gaming being the home of the Xbox platform, transitioning Game Pass into basically becoming the point of entry for subscription for xCloud access, which will continue to drive its price tag higher, by the way. They aren't done there just yet either, and releasing their software on any device that has a marketplace and users willing to buy their titles. So, I mean, this person says, take it with a huge grain of salt, but this person has correctly leaked Microsoft third-party plans, and I think ZeniMax canceled online IP. So, I don't place stock in, like, this rumor exactly, but, like, when Microsoft came out last year and talked about what they were doing with, what was the name of that company? The company that published Hi-Fi Rush. Sorry, I'm adjusting my camera here. The company that published Hi-Fi Rush and Ghostwire Tokyo, Tango Games. They kind of did this in a weird way where, like, the rumors leaked, and they tried to get out ahead, but they failed really bad at it. So they did that whole, like, Phil Spencer interview thing, which when you watch it, it's obvious that it's not for the customer base. It's for the investors. It's for business people to watch that and go, oh, okay, I get what's going on. Not gamers. That interview was not meant for, like, the Xbox gamer. But at that time, I had speculated that what was most likely going to happen with Microsoft is that they were going to go third party. But if they were going to stay into hardware, they were most likely going to go the route of 3DO. And there's two reasons I gave for it. The first one is that it's not profitable anymore for Microsoft to create their own hardware. And the reason why is twofold. And the first reason is because it's just getting more expensive to make hardware. It's getting more, like, the market conditions are that, you know, if you're making a game console, it takes you years to make it. Like, PlayStation 6 is coming out probably in like 3-4 years, but PlayStation 6 was in development before PlayStation 5 was even done. You know, they make, like, even like the Switch, the same thing, you know, or the Switch 2. Those consoles, they were in development for years. When they were, you know, still pushing the Wii U out the door, you know, when they were doing all their press events and everything, the people who had made the Wii U hardware were already working on the Switch. It wasn't the Switch at the time, you know, but, like, they were still working on what was going to become the Switch. You can see this when you look at, like, the prototyping for, like the Wii. You know, they have all these designs for the Wii remote, or like PlayStation, when they just did a PlayStation thing where they were showing, like, the various controllers that they had prototyped for, like, the PS1 and the PS2 and the PS3, and even the hardware, the actual case designs. Like, did you know that the PlayStation 2 was originally going to look very similar to the PlayStation 1? That was revealed in their new book that they're bringing out, which, by the way, is an overpriced book, but I'm sure it'll have some juicy details. So I look forward to it. But yeah, it's, you know, these things, they're not made instantly. So if they were working on an Xbox Series Z, we'll put it like that, you know, the next Xbox console, you know, it would have already been in development for a few years. The fact that it doesn't seem like that's the case, and you also see Microsoft pulling, you know, I don't know if they're directly doing it, but retailers are definitely doing it. You know, if you go to, like, you know, I live in the US, so if you go to, like, your local Walmart, your local Target, you know, Best Buy, whatever, the Xbox section is sad. It's really sad. There's barely any accessories. There's barely any games. Consoles are almost never stocked. You know, like, controllers, but that's because controllers, you know, there's so much, like, compatibility with Xbox controllers now. You know, you can use them on basically anything, which, you know, even there, the DualSense is making strides. You know, Sony's getting better slowly, but they're getting better about increasing their support for PC. in terms of accessories and stuff. Like that new fight stick that's coming from Sony, I guarantee you that will be PC compatible. Which, you know, I hope it is, because I think it looks really cool and I would love to try it. I'm a sucker for arcade sticks. But yeah, the you know, the writing's on the wall for Xbox. That's why the other prediction I had is if they do this, it's going to be most likely like a 3DO thing, where they're going to put their name on other hardware, you know, as like a branding deal. So that's why the ROG that just came out, the Xbox brand ROG, it's just an ROG. It's just a Windows PC tablet handheld thing. It's not unique hardware. It just, the Xbox button just opens up the Xbox Game Pass store. That's all it does. You know, there's nothing fancy about it. There's no like unique Xbox hardware, you know, like a Switch, you know, it's not unique. You know, there's nothing built. It's just ROG Ally that's got the Xbox name brand slapped on it, and it's $500, which is still fucking overpriced in my opinion, but what do I know? I bought a PS5 Pro. But yeah, you know, that's just kind of where we're at right now. So, you know, and realistically, like if you're going to make quote unquote the most powerful Xbox ever, you are looking at like 5080, 5090 style performance, you know, or at least something equivalent to that. And the reality is, like, that is in this current market conditions and likely not getting any better in the next 4 years, 5 years, realistically, maybe even longer, depending on how long current events get worse. You know, like trying not to be political here. I'm so trying not to be political. But just speaking economically, it's been crap for the world for a few years, since COVID especially. You know, things are just not getting cheaper in many ways. And obviously that should make a lot of sense considering all the price hikes on gaming consoles over the past, I will say 3 years, not including COVID. You know, so like it's a problem. So it's like, what is the realistic price of an Xbox, whatever, right? Like it's most likely going to be like a $700-800 game console. They can't even sell, they can't even sell the console they're putting on the market now. They can't even sell the Series X. So what makes you think that the new console is going to be magically different? They do not have the hardware to do that. Like they don't have, or not hardware, they don't have the software to do that. Yeah, they bought all these development studios, but like they don't have the software for it. The money that they've invested, the shareholders want it back. Like they're all in on AI. So, you know, like it's going to be an unmitigated disaster if they try it. So I genuinely think, like, especially with all the news about Game Pass and the fact that there has been 2 price hikes on Xbox hardware this year. People forget that they just did one. There's another one that just happened in April. So it's like, you know, your Xbox Series X is currently like, let's see here. What was it like? Yeah. Okay, here we go. So this was 2 weeks ago now. The Series S512 went from $379 to $399. So the cheapest Xbox console right now is this Xbox Series S512, which is $400. For $450, you get the 1 terabyte. The Series X digital, so you don't get a disc drive, is going up to $599, so $600 for no disc drive. The Series X with, you know, the one with a disc drive, goes up to $650. $650. For $100 more, you can buy a PS5 Pro, which comes with 2 terabytes and, you know, pisser. Like what is the point here, right? And then the Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Black Special Edition, which is just a fancy coat of paint, and it has 2 terabytes instead of 1 terabyte, but it has no disc drive. So that's a Series X of 2 terabytes. That is $800. And the only thing that's different between that and the regular Series X is the extra terabyte of space, and it has no disc drive. $800. What the fuck? So yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. You know, like I don't even think this is going to be like Sega, where you know Microsoft kind of fades away into the night. And people fondly remember the Dreamcast and all that kind of shit. Like I think the last nostalgia people have for Xbox is the 360, and man, they've just burnt everything ever since. My nostalgia for Xbox is not really the 360. I like the 360, but I didn't think it was that amazing of a console. You know, I was PC gaming by that point anyway, so I don't really have much nostalgia for that generation outside of the Wii and the DS. Because let's face it, the DS is the fucking GOAT. But my OG Xbox nostalgia is the OG Xbox. You know, which to be honest, I wasn't even that big of a fan of when it came out. I learned to have appreciation years down the road when I finally was able to acquire one. You know, I picked it up used and I was like, oh, this is cool. I'll play around with it. And then I was like, damn, this is like a secret Sega Dreamcast 2. Like, that's how it felt. So yeah, it, you know, I got a newfound appreciation for the original Xbox. You know, I still think the PS2 is the best console from that generation, but you know, like all three consoles had something cool to offer, something unique. Same with the generation that followed. The PS3, the 360, and the Wii all had something unique to offer. It's after that where all the consoles started turning into PCs in weird cases, you know. So, and don't get me wrong, PS4 is the GOAT. It's a great console. It's no PS2. It's probably a little better than PS3 overall, but I would say PS3 and PS4, and I'm not talking graphics here. I'm just talking like, you know, quality of the experience. You know, I think that those two are pretty comparable on the types of libraries you're going to get. You know, but yeah, and the PS5 gets the benefit from that because it's fully backwards compatible. But I think if you didn't have backwards compatibility for PS4 games, it would be a much tougher sell. Because I think a lot of what makes the PS5 appealing is the fact that the backwards compatibility allows developers to make games for the PS4 and you just get to enjoy that. So kind of like with the Switch 2. Switch 2 is not like if you're basing it on just the games that are only available for the Switch 2, the Switch 2 is a shitty product right now. But because you get access to all of the backwards compatibility with boosted frame rates and all that kind of stuff, you know, for the Switch 1, it's a much better bargain, so to speak. Much better sell. Which, I mean, like, the Xbox Series, the backwards compatibility for that could have been that. But they want to push you on the cloud so hard. So it's, eh. And the original backwards compatibility program, I believe, has ended at this point. Because I don't think I've seen any new stuff in a while. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a bummer. So I'm sad to see Microsoft just kind of shit the bed with the Xbox. But I feel like there's just nothing good that's going to happen. And it sucks, too, because some of my favorite franchises are owned by Microsoft. And I just know that, like, we're probably never going to get anything, you know, anymore from them. You know, like, I would really love to see a new Killer Instinct. But, like, come on. Realistically, like, that's just not happening. You know, like, let's be honest here. You know, it sucks. It really does. I really wish that, you know, this wasn't the case, but they have like crapped the bed so badly that I don't think that the Xbox brand is recoverable. You know, Game Pass maybe. You know, it could work. Because I feel like with Game Pass, it's like any subscription service. You know, people are... Oh, wow. Okay. Hold on, I'm muting that. Like with any experience, you know, it's... People are gonna, like, you know, tap into the subscription model to pick up the thing they want occasionally. You know, and then, like, they're gonna... you know, unsubscribe when it's no longer as interesting to them. You know, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, it's just a shame that, like, the future of so many things is that not only do you not get to own things anymore, not only do the things that you don't own continue to increase in price to excess, but you get less and less of it as you go. Like less variety, less options, less usefulness, less functionality. Like looking at like Netflix and stuff, you would think, oh my gosh, there's so much to watch. And you're not wrong. But like there's a lot of things where you specifically want to watch a thing, and you have to basically sit there and figure out which of the 200 different streaming services that you have to give money to for that particular thing. And that sucks. Like Netflix and a lot of streaming services, they are not designed for people who want to watch specific things. They are there for people to want to be very general about what they want. Like that's what makes Game Pass such a good deal. If you only subscribe to Game Pass to play, like, say, Doom, the new Doom game, the value is you have to weigh it out. You're like, can I beat this before Game? I have to subscribe again. Like 15. We'll say it's $15 a month. Let's say it takes me 2 months to beat the new Doom game, which probably it won't. So that's anywhere between $15 to $30. Is that worth it for the experience? Because you're not going to own it. So you're not going to be able to revisit it if you cancel your subscription. So is it worth it for that experience? If you can beat it in a month or two, that's $15 to $30. Or, is it worth it to just, either buy it right off the bat for the obscene price? I think it was like $80 or whatever. Or, wait a few months, maybe a little bit, like a year, and you can get it for a much cheaper price. Like probably $20, $30. And so the reality is like Game Pass is going to be for people who they don't like to pick. They like to browse and sample and maybe not necessarily commit 100% to one particular game. But they will, oh, this game looks interesting, let's try that. Oh, this game looks interesting. It's like a buffet. They don't eat everything on their plate, but they love going back and browsing and picking and choosing. So they're not there for the steak, they're there for the experience. And I feel like that's probably going to be Game Pass's main subscriber type. So I think a lot of the backlash is probably just from, like, I would not to necessarily older generations, but like people who are more committed to the idea of having a library of games that is not dependent on paying somebody to keep them around for you. Which probably would explain why, even with PC Game Pass, even with Epic Game Store, even with all of these third-party stores that sell Steam keys, Steam itself as a platform is only growing, and it's doing very well for itself. Like, the resilience of Steam in the PC gaming market is wild. And a big part of that is because the understanding of the market for Steam, like, they are, like, not without problems. Like, the latest one they have is, some security issues and things like that with Unity. They patched it. They're pretty prompt about that kind of stuff. But they had the controversy with removing some of the hentai type games from their store because of the paying issue and things like that. But those are large issues that are hard for like any one particular company to deal with. But generally speaking, like the usability of Steam, the access, the portability of Steam, like just all of those things, all the Steam ecosystem is just amazing to be in. It's light years beyond what Microsoft could be providing, and they choose not to. Like, Microsoft abandoned PC for the Xbox, and then for 20 years they've been trying to build Xbox into this amazing brand to bring back to, like the living room and the PC experience. They want to own it. It's just what, like, they're really bad at anything that's not a monopoly, it seems like. They bought their way into the market in a way that no other company could have. Like, the Xbox Red Ring of Death for the 360 should have buried them. But they bought it. They bought their way through it. Like, realistically, they could pay their way through all this. They're $1 trillion company. Well, damn near. So like they don't need to be sweating this shit. Like, the fact that they're raising the price on their game console twice this year when they could easily afford to eat the cost of that, like, that is nothing but greed. They don't need to raise the price of Game Pass. Like, even though they lost $300 million or whatever, supposedly, from putting Call of Duty on Game Pass. You know, like, if it's only a bad thing if you're looking at the total number of people that's added to Game Pass. But Call of Duty still sold damn well. You know, the vast majority of people with Call of Duty are on PlayStation, not Xbox or PC. It's going to sell great. It did sell great. You know, so it's just silly to me that, like, oh, it's not enough money. It's like, it's never enough money. Never. You're a $1 trillion company and you're whining about millions. It's like being a billionaire and blowing your nose with $100 bills. You know, somebody that's poor like me is like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, because that's a lot of money to me. But to them, it's pennies. It doesn't mean anything to them. They could burn $1 million and make it back in 20 seconds. You know, so it's like this idea that, like, oh no, it's too expensive, we can't afford it. It's like, you can afford it. You're making a choice not to. So, you know, it's just that kind of like frustratingness in the company, you know, and in the market. You know, companies have just absolutely taken the mask off in terms of, you know, like, they don't want to give you bonus coupons for anything anymore. They don't want to have, you know, let you have access to any kind of like special clubs or benefits or discounts. Even your like, people used to tell me, goddamn, that's loud. People used to tell me, like, oh, go on the food app for McDonald's and you'll get better deals. You know, or, oh, you'll go on the food app for this place, you'll get better deals. Oh, get the app for this thing. You know, the deals are on the app. The deals aren't on the app anymore. Like, the deals put you to where you should be if you were actually going to the restaurant shopping. Like, when you walk into McDonald's, you know, you should have an $8 Big Mac meal. And God, that sounds expensive as it is, but like, you know, I'm ranting here a little bit. Like, in the app, there's currently a deal for an $8 or $7 Big Mac combo deal. Okay? But that's only available in the app. If you walk into the fucking store, it's like $10 for a goddamn Big Mac meal. Which, by the way, a Big Mac is just a fancy cheeseburger. It's not even an actual full-ass, big-ass patty. It's literally just more bread than anything in that damn sandwich. And don't get me wrong, I think Big Macs are tasty. The sauce is great. But, like, holy shit, it is not like, you know, you're not getting much, is what I'm saying. You know? Like, and that's the truth for all fast food. You are not getting nearly as much food for how much you're spending. And the food quality is not good. You know, and I get it. For most people, they're getting fast food because they're tired, because they work their asses off, and they don't really want to fucking cook. You know, I do it too. I'm not stupid. You know, I'm well aware how dumb my decisions are. But increasingly, I don't eat out loud. And I'm more picky about when and where I do go. Because it is expensive to eat out now. And a big reason why is because the deal was the food wasn't good for you, but it was cheap. And now it's expensive and it's not good for you. So why are you wasting your money? Right? If it's going to cost you $20 to go to a restaurant to have crappy food, what's the point? Just buy the groceries. I know which groceries aren't cheap either, but you can make groceries stretch a lot further than you can make a McDonald's meal stretch. You know, and then these companies will turn around and they'll be like, oh, well, nobody's, you know, we're putting out value. Nobody wants to buy our stuff. And it's like, maybe the problem isn't the consumer. Maybe the problem is you. Yeah. But we're just at that point in capitalism where there's such a disconnect between the people at the top and the people at the bottom. You know, somebody like Phil Spencer, Microsoft dude, has been running his mouth off for years. Great shit. You know, he's the mouthpiece of the Xbox division. Great. Awesome. That dude does not know what it's like to struggle with Game Pass as your only fucking option for games. He doesn't. He doesn't get it, and he doesn't care. He does not know what it's like to be a low-end gamer. Somebody who doesn't have $400 to drop on the weakest Xbox console. $500 on a handheld. $800 on a fucking Xbox 2 terabyte. You know? And the series, the Xbox One isn't even a valid option anymore. Which would be hilarious, right? Cloud gaming means that it shouldn't be an issue if you have an Xbox an Xbox One. The OG Xbox One, the big ass VCR one. Cloud gaming, you should be able to fire that bastard up and you should be able to play your PC Game Pass on it. but like they don't even push that as an option. You know, the Xbox One X, you know, nice 4K machine. Granted, it's not a Series S. You know, that type of stuff should still be on the market. Like at a certain point in the last decade, the entire cheaper part, the lower end part of gaming, has just been removed. Like you could still do it, but like it's getting much harder to be a low end gamer. You know, like consoles don't get cheaper anymore, graphics cards don't get cheaper. So like you are still stuck. Like if you look at the Steam hardware survey, there are so many people that are still on 1080p that are still using, you know, graphics cards that came out like 5, 6, 10 years ago. You know, like there are so many people doing that. And I can guarantee you right now, there's a lot of people who are just getting a PS4 for the first time. They're not even thinking about a PS5. You know, there are people out there who are still using Wii's like as their main game console. Like Just Dance, I think, was still being released for the Wii like up until like 5 years ago. You know, the Wii U even. You know, so it's, yeah. Come on, let's not kid ourselves here. Like, it used to be like the PS5 right now has been out since like what, 2020. You know, like it should be like a $150, $200 console, but it's not. It's a $700 console. That's stupid. That's absolutely stupid. Anyways, let's play some damn Ruin. Enough bitching about Microsoft.
That rabbit thing's back again. You said it was safe here.
Oh, I think we're gonna close to Roxy now.
You're not trying hard enough.
Oh, it's Roxy.
Poor Roxy.
Huh? Who's there? You can't hide from me. Gregory.
No! Gregory, run! Roxy's after you! Gregory, are you there?
Cassie, I'm okay. I found a spot to hide. Turn off the nodes in the salon to follow Roxy. Hurry! She's close.
Okay, can't go through that door.
Gregory!
I gotta get in there.
Dude, he's like right fucking there.
I can't get the mask off again.
Whoa. What the heck? Bro, what? I don't know where to go. Oh, come on, man. That's frustrating. I don't need him being like that. Alright, that's clearly scripted, so I can go to hell. Alright, I gotta pee really quick. I know. That's what I get for talking for an hour. Okay. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's swap back to the game. Alright.
You're not trying hard enough.
Poor Roxy.
Huh? Who's there? You can't hide from me. Gregory.
No! Gregory, run! Roxy's after you! Gregory, are you there?
Cassie, I'm okay. I found a spot to hide. Turn off the nodes in the salon to follow Roxy. Hurry! She's close.
Okay.
Gregory!
I gotta get in there.
Alright. Let's try this again. Oh, that's the... Okay. I see where this all is now. Okay. Can I... Okay, so I can't pop out of there. Aha. Interesting. So looks like somebody punched that. Oh, rocks. That's a mirror. Roxy broke all the mirrors.
I can't get the mask off again!
Just trying to help.
Alright.
Eyeballs? Really? Gross, 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 gross!
Damn it! I don't get it. Like, there's nowhere for me to hide. I just realized why these pictures look more interesting. Because all these characters are not drawn like robots. Like, there's no robot joints or anything on the animatron or on these pictures. There is on the animatronics, but
Eyeballs? Really? Gross, 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 gross!
fucking creepy. Wait, what was that? Oh. Look like giant mirrors. Alright, so if we leave the mask off for a little bit, it feels like we get more time before he comes back. Okay, can't use that. Where's the other inhibitor? Nope, it's not that one. Where's the other inhibitor? Where's the other inhibitor? Oh, I have to use the tool. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, come on. This is effing stupid. This is dumb. Like, this is genuinely dumb. Like, you don't have any way of hiding from this person. You don't have any, like, or this monster. You can't take the mask off. Once you... Like, you gotta get this right ASAP, so... Oh, what? What the fuck? Oh, come on. What? Oh, what? She was right there. Okay, so... What do I do? Oh. Oh, we're back in the salon. This is new. Oh, it's like a boat ride. Nothing to really look at.
I don't hear anything. I hope I'm not too late.
Jump scare coming? What if it's gonna be a jump scare? I hope not. It's a long ass ladder, man. Oh.
Monty?
Okay. Interesting. I don't know how you have that little bit of a robot left. Come on. Okay, so I think the trick here is to let the top one just go all the way down. There we go. There's our guy. Oh no. In the water? Why? Oh, come on. Like, he's gonna make a beeline right to me. That's not even fair, man. Like, I won't be able to see where he's at. And he's gonna rush right to me the moment he sees I'm in the water. No, he's just gonna be stuck here. That's some bullshit. Come on, man. Come on, move. This is stupid. Hmm. You know, thinking on it, it's kind of genius that he's ruined form is like this. Because if he wasn't a crocodile in the, you know, like anthropomorphic crocodile, now he's like a real crocodile. Except, of course, you know, this kind of pathing behavior is really annoying. Hi, Monty. Coming over to say hi. If you don't leave, I don't get to test what your aggro is like when I get back in the water. Like, how long do I get to solve the puzzle, you know? I'm assuming not fucking much time. But I can't even try if you never leave. Ba 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 da ba ba da. Fresh meat. Okay. Bro, come on. Just turning it down a little bit for my ears. Because all I'm hearing is like dramatic, spooky music. Alright. Oh, he got electrocuted. Okay, that might have been the end of Monty. I genuinely don't know. Oh, I think we're finally getting to the back of the raceway. That's the only reason that's staying up. That's OSHA. It's 100% OSHA. Oh, that's a new one of Chica. I don't think I've seen that one.
Gregory? Gregory! I made it to the raceway. Are you okay? I might be able to get a signal if I head deeper into the raceway.
Do you need assistance? Do you need assistance? Do you need assistance?
Be quiet.
It's wild to think of, like, we had just gone through here with normal security breach. Oh, wow.
Hey kid, come on out. We're only trying to help.
Wow.
There's nowhere to hide. You can't hide forever.
So what do I do here?
Give up. You can't win.
Oh no, this is a repeat of the
You
boss
might
fight.
as well give up. think we won't find you? There's nowhere to hide. Hey kid, come on out. We're only trying to help.
Okay, what?
Give up. You can't win.
Okay. So how do I get her to notice me then, besides running up to her and saying hi? She's supposed to hear noises and then jump after you, is how it worked in the boss fight originally.
Do you really think we won't find you?
What? Okay, there's got to be something I'm missing. If she doesn't come after me when I'm making a bunch of noise. Oh.
You might as well give up.
I'm so scared alone.
Okay. I'm supposed to use the intercom then. Makes sense. But, you know, would paid attention how to see the intercom button.
You can't hide forever.
She hasn't found him yet. I better find him first.
You might as well give up.
I'm so scared and alone.
Good. I have to wait a minute. Well, she's gone. Did it work? Yep, she did go through. Now, where did she go? What? What? Oh, come on. That's a cheap death. I'm like, what? Apparently I can't back up. Alright, alright. Wow, that was nice, Roxy.
Gregory! I'm in Roxy Racers. Say something!
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What happened here? It looks like the whole place fell in.
Something tunneled out. Broke everything. And now I'm stuck here.
I really think I need to go get help. Or call the police.
What? How is that supposed to help? There's no time.
Fine. Am I even close? Where are you? This place is huge.
Down there.
It is.
Sinkhole under the raceway.
Under the raceway. Helpy, how do I get down there?
That area is currently on security lockdown. If you want to save your friend, you have to shut down the remaining security nodes in Bonnie Bull and Phaser Blast. Great. So even though we made it all the way here, we have to go to the atrium. Oh, gosh. This is going to be Monty, isn't it? Well, I guess I did need that. It's hard to tell sometimes if you really do need the Vanny mask or not. This place is relatively untouched. Hey. This place looks familiar. Creepy. Well, maybe this isn't a familiar place. There was no reason to be in that room. Okay. So we never did get to go to Bonnie Bowl in the original. I mean, it's a ruined version, but let's see what it looks like. That looks the same. Well, that's not creepy. Hey, I know that. It's a mini Music Man. These guys were really annoying. You go into events and it was like this whole time this game has had these like things like this where you know, like I guess the idea is to never let the player get too comfortable, but like, you know, this guy, his only purpose was to make sure that you didn't stay in the vents very long. You know, so far it seems like the only purpose of the rabbit, although it's obvious he's got like a bigger narrative to the story, but like that, the cyber rabbit thing, you know, is designed to make sure that you can't stay in the AR, you know, VR like mode and just kind of explore and look around, which really sucks because there's some really cool things you only see when you're wearing the mask. But if you wear the mask for too long, he starts stalking you and then it gets really bad. So that kind of sucks. You know, I talked about it a bit yesterday where it's like, you know, games that don't give you the opportunity to kind of do like what I'm doing now, where I'm just looking around, seeing the sights. You know, like obviously spooky things and bad things have to happen in these games, but I do feel like there's a point at where it gets a bit ridiculous with how much they're expecting you to do. Alright, let's see. Alright, so there's the nodes. They're all this way. No. What the heck? Oh no.
Gregory! Are you there?
Oh, yep, there they are. They all went there. Let's take the mask off for a little bit. Give it a moment to breathe. Oh my god, there's a ton of them. Okay, so looks like I'm gonna have to use the intercom to make them go to another direction so that I can actually use, like, go where they're supposed to go. That kind of makes sense. So, let's see.
Gregory! Are you there? Are you there?
Why are you all going?
Gregory, are you there? Gregory, are you there? Gregory, are you there? Gregory, are you there? Gregory, are you there?
Bro, they're already heading back. Look at them go, man. What the fuck?
Gregory, are you there? Gregory, are you there?
What are those things? They look like the DJ.
Okay, I got one down. The fuck, man? Okay. Okay, they're all over there. So I need to get them to come here.
Gregory, are you there? Gregory, are you there?
Well, now they're all inactive?
Gregory, are you there?
Why? Why aren't they moving now? There we go. Oh. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, that's just from a different angle. Okay. So a little... Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't looking at the chat. I'm sorry, my bad. Let's zip and hit intercoms, check them. Just go to that place that you need to deactivate the object. Nice, nice. Oh, and when you deactivate the object, every mini DG Music Man deactivates as well. Oh, okay. That explains it. I kind of was thinking it was that, but yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Sorry about that. I haven't had a lot of chatters, so I wasn't paying attention. My bad. I was focusing on this. All right.
Gregory, are you there?
Is that not enough?
Are you there?
Okay. Okay, so they all went back to where they went. Alright, so that idea didn't work.
Gregory! Are you there?
Damn it, you already went back? That's some bullshit. Well, I guess the smartest thing to do then is just to put him here. And just run around. Because I can't think of any other better way of doing this. Oh well, it's all good. They'll go back eventually. Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Now we wait. Do 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 do. Kind of silly that, like, they don't all come.
Are you there? Gregory! Are you there?
Oh, got lucky on that one. Oh, they're right by the suppressor.
Gregory! Are you there?
Okay. So I think the only one that's left is the one by the bowling alley. I don't even know how you begin to create a distraction. No. Hmm.
Gregory, are you there?
Oh, come on. Didn't even have any time to react. Wait. Oh, okay. Hmm.
Gregory, are you there? Gregory, are you there? Gregory, are you there?
Hmm.
Gregory, are you there?
stupid motherfuckers. So if I lure them, but I move this way instead of the other way, I think this might actually work. No, I gotta wait. This is kind of a tedious set of puzzles, to be honest. Like, I'm not saying this feels like a waste of time, more like it's just a sense of like, this is all I'm doing. I'm glad I don't have to deal with all the other crap. Like, I don't want to have to deal with this AR rabbit guy right now. That would be really annoying. But I mean, this isn't terrible, I guess. Okay. There we go. There's the rest of them.
Gregory! Are you there? Gregory! Are you there? Gregory! Are you there?
Alright, now this should all be deactivated. Yep. Alright, yay. Alright, now this will take care of Bonnie Bowling. Hopefully. You know, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Oh, wow. Good timing.
Look, no more vents. Every single time I get in one, it breaks or something jumps out at me.
This is the shortest, safest path to Phaser Blast. You
Never
prefer
mind.
the maybe elevator
I'll
shaft, you can
use
calm
the
down.
vent.
You know, I'm gonna be honest, like, these animatronics are creepier than the ones that are trying to kill you half the time. Safest path, huh? Doctor Who. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm just teleported now.
Ugh, I bet those security nodes are all the way down there.
Oh, wow. Nope, don't want to hear that. Bad bear. Somebody wasn't happy with Freddy. He doesn't see you. Where's the... Oh, there's the note. Really?
Freddy! Freddy? Are you okay?
Oh no.
He's functional.
Oh, come on, really? Well, Freddy turned into a horrifying monster? Holy crap.
Cassie, can you hear me? I finally have a clear signal.
Gregory, I shut down all the security nodes. I'm in the Roxy party garage. Am I close?
Almost. There's still one node left that's keeping the underground sealed.
Where?
Roxy's the final node. You need to deactivate her.
But
Deactivate her and save me. Save me, Cassie, please. It's so dark down here.
Is it me, or did the voice not sound all entirely Gregory? Also, so far, Roxy's the only one that still has any semblance of sanity. And is mostly functional. Minus her eyes, of course. So I wonder if this is an instance of, like, getting the most potentially dangerous robot out of the way for what I think is something that is copying Gregory. Like, Cassie's clearly being led to get rid of all of her, all this, basically she's being tricked into unleashing whatever's being locked up right now. Wait, what?
Cassie. Cassie. Welcome back, Cassie.
you remember me?
Your special day. I remember. Your special day. Do you still like carrot cake? It has been some time since I saw you last. If I remember correctly, it is on the 11th. I remember because you are number 1. Twice. Have you booked your party? I'm sure your friends will show up this time.
Oh.
Cassie? What are you doing?
Sorry.
I love love carrot cake. Happy birthday, Cassie.
Roxy, I am sorry. I am so sorry.
I feel bad. I don't want to feel bad. Well done. That was the last security node. I have located the source of your friend's radio signal. It is coming from under the raceway. Warning. You are now leaving the Vandy network cover zone. Yeah, I figured. Oh. Yeah. If I remember correctly, this is where I needed to use, Yeah, I know, Cassie, it sucks. But yeah, I needed to use, Monty's claws and Chica's voice box at the same time to unlock a special area. That gets you to the true ending of the game. But I didn't have Chica's voice box because I didn't do any of that first. Yep, here it is. This is the where you need Chica's voice box. Man, it's gotta be traumatizing for a little kid. Gregory better be worth all that. Bro. Hole in the ground. I don't need crying children to end my night. Bro, I don't think Cassie's getting out of this alive. Where the fuck are we? Yo. Of course.
Stupid flashlights!
What? A Faz token. another Faz token. Let me guess, another Faz token? Yep, another Faz token.
I am a candy cadet. Come get your candy here. I have candy all day, every day. Candy. Now I will tell you a story about a mother and a little boy who lived alone in a cabin in the dark woods. There was a monster in the woods, but the mother caught it and kept it locked in the basement. The monster always made scary noises at night, but the mother would tell the boy not to worry because it could never get out. Then she would sing the boy a lullaby to sleep.
That's it? I thought I was locking in for like a whole thing. Alright.
Why are there burners everywhere? It's like the inside of an oven.
This place is weird. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, Cassie, you're never getting out of here. She just keeps going. Oh. Security protocols deactivated. Sure you wish to proceed. Okay.
Gregory! Gregory! You okay?
Yes, Gregor hasn't said shit.
You saved me! You saved me.
Gregory? I'm Gregory. You're not Gregory. What are you?
I'm Gregory.
Oh no.
Get out of here! Run!
Roxy saves you.
Cassie, can you hear me?
Gregory? Is that really you? I mean, really you?
I've been trying to reach you all night. I'm not at the pizza place. Something's trying to trick you.
You're a bit late. This thing in the basement sounds just like you. How do I know this is you for real?
Is there another option? You need to get out of there now.
How?
Good logic.
My friend has access to the building maps. Just follow his instructions. Go right. It's right behind you. Keep going. Go right. Right. Hurry. Almost there.
Apparently that was the wrong door. Would help if they kind of gave me some hints. Run!
Go right. It's right behind you. Keep going. Go right. Right. Hurry. Almost there.
Nope, not that way. Bro, really? You're making me do this now?
Cassie, it's me. I think I need to explain a few things.
You think?
You were never supposed to go to the Pizzaplex. That thing in the sinkhole tricked you. I really don't know what it is, but it's been trapped down here a really long time. The Nexus security program was designed to keep it hidden, but you shut down the security. And now it's free. It's not your fault. I know you did it for me, to save me. But we can't risk being followed. I'm sorry.
Gregory? No!
Bro, what? What the fuck? What? That can't be the ending. Gregory's like, sorry, but the secret can't get out and you're gonna die with it. Bro, who the fuck are you? You're like 9 years old. Like, that makes no sense. None of this makes sense. And it just abruptly ends. There's gotta be something at the end of these credits. There's gotta be something. Otherwise, I don't know why I just wasted my time. A good experience. And I like how it gave you kind of like a little bit of a tour of, you know, a retread, but in an interesting way because it's all ruined and everything. Also, we got to see Bonnie bowling. That was nice. It's one of the few spots we didn't get to see because it was locked away. I suppose we also got to see, well, we got to see some of the pirate thing with Foxy. But, yeah, no explanation for how Roxy suddenly came back to life again and managed to find her way all the way down to you. Just stuff like that. A lot of contrivances. But, I mean, as far as the DLC is concerned, I mean, I guess it's not terrible, but, like, you would think that this would be, like, a sort of, like, sequel, in a sense. I just find out, like, the whole thing is just, the setup is weird. So, like, Cassie is clearly a young child. You know, Gregory and her should have known each other, right? Like, she's saving her friend, but, you know, how long ago did the Pizzaplex collapse? Because it looks like it's been... Oh. So Roxy finds you. Okay. That was it, huh? All right, well, I mean, we beat Ruin, right? So, yeah. I have a lot of thoughts, man. I have so many thoughts right now. All right, first things first. Let's close this up. Close game. And we'll power down the PS5. Alright. Turning off your PS5. And we'll swap back here. Alright. Let's get some music going. Alright. Controller mode off. Spooky mode disabled. Elgato turned off for now. Alright. Let's bring back the decorations and the music. Alright. So, before we do anything... Yes. Before we do anything... Alright, we need to figure something out here. Okay. We'll do a security breach. Because I want to see if that was actually the ending. Oh, there's multiple endings for Ruin. Okay. Well, then I think we need to put that back off. And let's see what we got going on here. Alright, I'll pop that back up. Yeah, this is fascinating to me. Alright, we're gonna... Alright, so...
Gregory, you okay?
Alright, so this was the one we got. Yeah, Roxy saves you.
How do I know this is you for real?
So then you run. Alright.
Kathy, I'm okay. I found a spot to hide.
Oh, if you put the mask on. So it's Gregory, Freddie, and Vanessa. But oh.
Cassie, I'm okay. I found a spot to hide.
It's all fake. Okay, so that was ending 1. Alright. We're gonna skip ahead a little bit here. So now she's running from him again in this one.
It's right behind you. Keep going.
This is dark.
All right, right. Hurry. Almost there.
Alright, so I think this is the one I got.
Cassie, it's me. I think I need to explain a few things. You were never
Okay,
supposed
so this
to
is
go
the
to
ending we
pizza
got.
Plex. That thing in the sinkhole tricked you. I really don't know what it is, but it's been trapped down here a really long time. The Mex's security program was designed to keep it hidden, but you shut down the security, and now it's free. It's not your fault. I know you did it for me, to save me, but we can't risk being followed.
Okay, so the way he says it there, but we can't risk being followed, that implies he's working with another person. Vanessa, maybe? I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Also, like the whole security program thing, like he seems well aware of what is happening, which is odd.
Gregory? No!
And the credits roll. Interesting that in this video... Oh, he skips the credits. Okay. Alright.
It's right behind you!
So we're gonna go through this again. This should be the last ending. There's like 4 endings.
All right, right! Hurry! Almost there!
Oh, this is different than the one I got. Good ending? What the fuck? Okay, what's with the weird Triceratops thing? That can't be. There's just 4 endings. Weird. Yeah, okay.
At the very end of the DLC, when Cassie gets on the elevator, managing to narrowly escape the extremely dangerous and murderous mimic, Gregory gets on the intercom and speaks to Cassie for one last time.
The Nexus security program was designed to keep it hidden, but you shut down the security, and now it's free. It's not your fault. I know you did it for me, to save me, but we can't risk being followed. I'm sorry.
Gregory? No!
He explains how it wasn't necessarily her fault that she freed the mimic and that she only wanted to save Gregory. Mexes, including the Glitch Rabbit, or also known as the Entity, was a security measure stopping anyone from freeing the mimic and ensuring that it's kept hidden, but it managed to trick Cassie into freeing it. This leads to Gregory apologizing to Cassie before remotely cutting the elevator's cords as what it appears to be, saying that they can't risk being followed. So the question is, why would Gregory try to stop Cassie from going back up to the surface and exit the Pizzaplex? Seemingly, she managed to escape the mimic, and regardless to whether if she leaves the Pizzaplex or not, it wouldn't alter the outcome that the mimic could still potentially go up. So why would Gregory try and stop Cassie from going out and leaving the Pizzaplex? Well, it seems the issue here is not necessarily the mimic, but the threat Cassie carries with her right now. Gregory mentions that they cannot risk being followed, which could mean that he means himself and Freddy after escaping the Pizzaplex. But if Cassie manages to leave the Pizzaplex without the mimic knowing her whereabouts, why would Gregory still worry about being followed? It all seems that the mimic is only another physical body for William Afton to possess in order to have access to the real world. Let me explain. After William Afton manages to repossess his animatronic host body, the Springtrap, which is now badly burned, being known now as the Burn Trap, he gets taken by the Blob, an amalgamation of many burned and destroyed animatronics who hosted the vengeful souls of children Afton killed. As the Pizzaplex explodes and burns yet again, it seems as if all the animatronics get destroyed, with the souls of the victims and William himself detaching from the animatronics and finally moving on. However, as we know from Help Wanted and other material sources such as books, William Afton had his soul transferred into the digital realm as seen through Help Wanted and the Princess Quest game, where he is the villain against the hero of the game, the princess, or otherwise known as her real name, Cassidy, who was yet another victim of William, who used to possess the Golden Freddy's animatronic. Just a quick backstory, a developer team wanting to create games surrounding the Pizzaplex used CPUs of the animatronics in order to make transferring them into the games much easier. Accidentally, they transferred the soul of William Afton and Cassidy into the Princess Quest game, where Afton manages to break the barrier between the real world and the digital world, having his new body known as the Glitch Trap. In his new body, which has limited abilities, he manipulates Vanessa, becoming his reluctant follower in the Help Wanted installment, which later on in Security Breach, we see Vanny helping him to repossess his original body, being Burn Trap now, in order to have full control and access to the real world. Therefore, it's clear by now that William's soul has a resting place in the digital world where he can always come back. There's no assurance now that Heat would destroy his remnant or soul from the animatronic he possesses. He has a different plane of reality, the virtual world, where he can go back and forth from. And of course, if you don't know already, Heat is a way that the remnants within the animatronics bodies can be destroyed. I have made more videos about this, which you can watch in the series I made about FNAF before. So my theory in here is that the mimic hosts the soul of Afton, as he has the ability of possessing the bodies of animatronics now. As long as they get connected to the virtual realm, there's no way stopping Afton from doing so. Gregory mentions in the elevator that he doesn't really know what the animatronic, the mimic, is, apart from the fact that he has been trapped in the sinkhole for a very long time. All he knows is that the virtual security system has been keeping him hidden and away from the public. Now that Cassie has freed it, he can easily roam the outside. And Cassie did not only free him from his physical confines, but also digital confines, deactivating the cybersecurity system, the mixes, and the glitch rabbit, with nothing stopping the mimic now, or simply the digital essence of it, the soul of Afton, which doesn't have any digital being or security preventing him from doing anything that he wants or escaping his digital confines. Anyway, despite all of that, it still doesn't make much sense to why Gregory would want Cassie to be trapped in the Pizzaplex and never get out. Her presence or absence outside the Pizzaplex wouldn't change the fact that the mimic is free now. So why is he so specific in keeping Cassie in the Pizzaplex?
It's gotta be
For
the
that,
mask.
We need to analyze how Afton could manipulate Vanny into helping him get downloaded back into his original body from the virtual realm. Vanny, throughout Security Breach, acted as the main villain, chasing after Gregory. Much later, we learned that she has been trying to obtain certain data and resources to summon the soul of Afton and allow him to repossess his original animatronic body. But why would Vanny want to do that? Well, Vanny seemingly is Vanessa, the security guard in Help Wanted and Security Breach. We see how Vanessa gets overwhelmed by Glitch Trap, and in her recording, she talks about how she speaks to some sort of entity. She even displays having a split personality, Vanessa being herself and Vanny, her evil counterpart who helps the murderous Afton.
Apparently, the glitch extended beyond the robots. It went system-wide. It began infecting all the machines, and when the techs traced the glitch back to its origin, it led them to you.
As it turns out, she has been dubbed a reluctant follower, as she was unwillingly put under a spell to serve Afton. It all seems to be connected to the mask that she wears, known as the Vanny Mask, Virtual Augmented Neural Network Unit. In simpler words, this mask allows the wearer to be connected to the virtual realm through their nervous system. So, essentially, their mind or consciousness can literally enter the cyber world and interact with everything only present there. It's not clear how this network and mask was created and who created it, whether it was Vanessa with the help of Afton or if the organization did it. But nonetheless, as it's not much important in the scenario, the mask essentially allows Cassie, who wears the mask, access the virtual world and enter it, being part of it. At certain points, she cannot even take it off, being forced to do certain things in there not to be targeted by the glitch rabbit or the entity. So, to answer the question why Gregory betrays Cassie and stops her from leaving the Pizzaplex is now sensible, as Cassie has now binded her soul, or at the least, her consciousness, to the digital world, making her vulnerable to becoming heavily manipulated by the digital essence of Afton. Vanessa was a good person working in security who put the mask on, connecting to the virtual world in a much deeper sense, with her nervous system being directly connected, which allowed Afton to easily manipulate her and force her to reluctantly enact his intentions in order to free himself from the confines of the cyber world. So if that is the case, Cassie is next on the list to be manipulated and controlled by the digital Afton, easily able to now inject into Cassie and force her to unwillingly perform actions that she doesn't want to. This is especially likely now as she deactivated the Mix's security system, with nothing standing in Afton's way to do whatever he pleases. Essentially, the entity is gone, with Afton being completely free to do what he wants. Gregory clearly knows about it and fully understands Afton is capable of infiltrating the system of the animatronics, as they are connected to one network within the Pizzaplex. It seems that all the new animatronics in the Pizzaplex ran under one system, which can be clearly seen in the server room. Therefore, Afton, having no security standing against them, can easily access the server room and control all the animatronics once more. Gregory knows about this as they battled Afton at the end of Security Breach, where he was trying to infiltrate into Freddy and possess him. Gregory could only stop this by disconnecting Freddy from the server system. But unfortunately for Cassie, putting the mask on, which binded to her brain, consciousness, and nervous system, It seems to be too late for her, as she has connected to the server and the network within the Pizzaplex, being too vulnerable under Afton. Gregory simply stops Cassie as he knows a psychotic Afton would follow them even outside the Pizzaplex to kill them and exact his revenge, and he would gladly use Cassie to do just that. So unfortunately for Cassie, she must now be trapped in the Pizzaplex, as she can be the most powerful and capable asset to Afton, as a human being is much more capable in the society, being able to blend in with people and wreak havoc under Afton's commands. This only makes it very sad because Vanessa did not deserve dying in security breach. She was forcefully put under control by Glitchtrap, who then puts on the mask which connects her to the servers, allowing Afton have easy access to her mind, easily controlling her. This will unfortunately be the same scenario for Cassie, who we might see in the future installments, battling Afton to fight him off internally and in the cyber world. All she wanted to do was to rescue Gregory, even going so far as risking her own life up against the horrifying animatronics. Alright folks, that's about it for...
Yeah. Well, people are disagreeing, of course. That's interesting. That's a good question, actually. If it was the real Gregory who stopped the elevator, why would he try and help Cassie reach the elevator instead of not doing anything? I mean, the only thing I could think of is that he knew that by taking her to the elevator, he could kill her, or trap her at least, into the... So basically, like, he knew that the mimic could escape easier if he didn't do anything. But if he trapped Cassie or killed her, I mean, that's some 4D chess thinking, though. Yeah, another person says, I personally believe Gregory didn't know if Cassie was really Cassie and not the mimic. He had to make a choice, take a chance at saving Cassie and possibly the mimic up from the deaths, or break the elevator and protect everyone from the mimic. In the ascent, he decided to reassure the being in the elevator because it could be Cassie before cutting the cables. I mean, that's a good take, to be honest. Why is no one mentioning the duality of Helpy, the actual helpful AI with blue eyes, and the erratic, misleading AI with yellow eyes? Oh, I actually never noticed that.
I know you did it for me.
Oh, that's true. This is the only time this happens where the subtitles overlap like that.
To save me. But we can't risk being followed. I'm sorry.
Gregory? No!
He explains how it wasn't necessarily her fault that she freed the mimic and that she only wanted to save Gregory. Mexes, including the Glitch Rabbit, or also known as the Entity, was a security measure stopping anyone from freeing the mimic and ensuring that it kept hidden, but it managed to trick Cassie into freeing it. This leads to Gregory apologizing to Cassie before remotely cutting the elevator's cords as what it appears to be, saying that they can't risk being followed. So the question is, why would Gregory try to stop Cassie from going back up to the surface and exit the Pizzaplex? Seemingly, she managed...
So this person here says, Gregory dropped the elevator in front of the mimic to use Cassie as bait, so the mimic would try to follow her down and trap himself while also damaging himself since he is going to fall like 12 meters. In the game files, it shows when mimic is pretending to be Gregory and when the actual Gregory is speaking. The game files show that Gregory was the one talking the whole time in the elevator. Interesting. So the game files tell you whether it's truth or not. Yeah, this is all from like years ago. This video is old now. The running theory in the community right now is that 1, Princess Quest ending is true. 2, William is dead, but an AI had learned from him. 3, the mimic was the one who dropped the elevator. 4, Burn Trap was just another mimic, not really him. I just want the series to get rid of William and stop hinting at returning characters. Gregory doesn't need to be the crying child, and Cassie doesn't need to be Charlie. Just make them original characters. People seem to be arguing whether the Princess Quest ending is canon or not. I'll tell you why a lot of people come to that conclusion. 1, the Princess Quest 3 machine has a golden sword in it. 2, there are comic strips that signify which endings are fake. The Afton ending is one of those 3. Even if the Freddy in Phaser Blast is different, it doesn't have a head, and it's in Phaser Blast. Seems like too much of a coincidence. Many messages you can find in the game say that the sinkhole beneath Roxy Raceway could cave in the Pizzaplex, leading to the assumption that this is how the building suffered its fate. Again, though, these are opinions. They could very well be wrong. We just don't have enough information to disprove this, though. Yeah, I find the whole issue with Ruin, which, to be fair, is a really good DLC. I find the whole issue with it is that there's not enough context. So, like, I don't know who Cassie is. Is Cassie just a friend? Is Cassie a relative? Like, what's the relationship between her and Gregory? How did Cassie even get lured to the Pizzaplex to begin with? That's not explained. Like, things like that, right? If Gregory, like, Gregory wasn't at the Pizzaplex, but yet somehow he knew that she went, how did he find out? Like, if that is Gregory in the elevator, who built, like, he clearly knows about the system that's designed to trap the mimic. Who built this? Was it him? Like, who installed it? Because this is all, like, still operating somehow inside the Pizzaplex, which is falling apart. So, like, in theory, like, the Pizzaplex shouldn't even have power. But yeah, just the whole thing's weird, right? The mask, there's a helper bot with the mask. Was that from the mimic? Like, if that's the case, then all of this already kind of failed from the start. If Vanessa Vanny, is an agent of chaos for, Afton or whoever, and the bot already has the map, like, right there, bam, she's done, compromised asset, so it's just weird because, like, there's just not enough context. I feel ultimately the biggest issue with Security Breach is that, ignoring the best part of it, which is the Pizzaplex and the character design and things like that. The problem with the game is that there's just not enough context and story and lore for everything. There's a lot of heavy lifting being done by the art direction, the show don't tell type of thing. Like, for example, in Ruin, when you're on the gondola thing, going to Monty Golf, those little, like, murals that show you Monty's, like, past history, whatever, like how he ended up joining the band, like, that was cool. Like, that was awesome, because that's a really good example of environmental storytelling, which a lot of games, unfortunately, aren't very good at doing. They're not very good at telling you a story, or telling the story through the environment and not just having a dude spell it all out for you. But that said, I mean, like, there could have been more of that. It would have been appreciated. Also, it would have been nice to just have some actual fucking storytelling. Like, I know there's probably supplemental lore outside of the game, but there's no explanation for why the robots are so smart. Like, Freddy and Roxy and them they're very advanced for the technology, and, like, the entire technology of the Pizzaplex is pretty damn advanced. So there's no explanation for that. And I feel like it relies a lot on previous knowledge of Five Nights at Freddy's games to kind of help you connect the dots. Which is fine. I mean, I guess it's not really labeled as a sequel, though. And there's nothing else in the franchise that plays like Security Breach. It's kind of its own unique thing. So I don't know. My takeaway from Security Breach is that it is a mess. It's a really, really big mess. But it is fun and worth playing through. Glitches and all the other random bullshit aside, it is still a great experience, and I do recommend it. If you like horror games, if you're even remotely interested in Five Nights at Freddy's, and actually, I'll even go a step further. All of the other Five Nights games are pretty similar. This one is different. This one is nothing like the other Five Nights, and I feel like this game is actually kind of a great jumping point into the Five Nights, like universe, I guess you'd say. Like for me, I have never played a Five Nights game until I played this game. And I'm glad I did because, it was a great experience. I liked it. I will say the one thing that is a little frustrating, is that because this game was so undercooked, we'll say, it feels like it's not really, I don't know the word for it. I don't want to say it doesn't get its kudos because that's not the right thing to say, but it feels like the security breach, the glam rock animatronics and all that. I feel like they've kind of come and gone and nobody really cares about them anymore. But the original Five Nights designs all still seem to kind of have pop culture weight. And that's a shame because I feel like the glam rock designs are really good. And I would love to see more of them as not just, violent murderers right off the bat. The bits with Roxy, they're only a couple of scenes really. But they're done well enough that they carry good emotional weight. And it's just a shame to see Monty and Chica and whatever the fuck happened to Freddy there, just kind of being reduced to, just monsters. So yeah, lots. I guess if I could sum up Security Breach, it's missed potential. Lots and lots of missed potential. So yeah, and I don't know if we're ever going to get an answer of, what happened to Cassie. Was that really Roxy? Was that even really Gregory? It's just hard to say. And those endings, the various endings, none of them really help. One is she's just in virtual land forever, which seems like a terrible idea. And the other ones, they just get even worse. So yeah, the only ending for Cassie where she actually sort of gets away is the elevator scene, and that is really she gets trapped and then she gets, dropped down a shaft, which sucks. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm glad I played it. I'm going to be moving on from it now. We'll put that notch in the belt. I've officially beat Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, even though I didn't technically beat it. I consider it. I consider it done. I consider it done. It's done. It's done. Okay. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. What? That's not playing. Why is it not playing? There we go. See, even the kids love it. Even the kids love it. So they should go to a Pizzaplex. I hear those robots are great. Anyway, yeah. So, all right. That's the end of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. I do have Help Wanted 2. Might be something I pop in and play, in a future stream here. We got lots of spooky season left and lots of spooky games to play. For the next stream, don't know. Haven't really thought about it, to be honest. It's either going to be, it could be Silent Hill. It could not be. I don't know. I'm probably going to be. I don't know. There's so many games I want to play. It's hard to make a decision. I will make a decision either way. Yeah, but I will be taking a day or two off. I've been streaming for a couple of days. I'm tired. I meant to go to bed earlier. Here it is. It's 7:30 in the morning. So I need to get to sleep. So with that, thank you everybody for coming out. I really, really appreciate it. I am always happy to see people lurking and talking. Sorry about Mike there on YouTube. I did not see your chat. I deeply apologize for that, but I do appreciate that you came in and talked for a little bit. If you enjoyed the stream, great. Follow, like, subscribe, whatever the fun stuff you can do on your various platforms. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Blue Sky. my YouTube channel, Stream Crush VODs. Otherwise, I have more normal Stream Crush channel, but I never upload shit to that. I got a Discord. The invite links in the bio on my Twitch page. Yeah, I think that's all I got right now. So you guys have a wonderful day, morning, and evening, wherever you are, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.